Welcome to the Rocket City of Houston and Rice Stadium. Saturday afternoon's the perfect setting for a game like this. It's the Navy midshipmen and the Rice Owls. Alongside David Pollock and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Thanks, guys. Checking in with the Owls head coach before the game. He understands coming off that emotional upset win against the #1 team in the country last week could add a lot of fuel to their fire, but he does not want them focused on that. If they're focused on what they did last week, they won't be locked in and do their job this week. Worry about yourself is the advice that this team got from their head coach this week. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Rice ready to kick it off and get this game started. From inside the 10, here he comes. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. So Navy's offense will get first crack at it today. And now let's take a look at the dangerous JoJo Stone. He is a guy who is reliable and can be dangerous if he gets a chance.
It's pretty amazing when you watch this offense because they're not very talented. They're average, quite honestly, in a lot of spots. Except the guy at wide receiver, David. He is elite. And today on offense, everything should go through him.
And when you've got one of those guys, you've got a chance, right? One guy that puts fear in the defense. And I love that we continue to see guys have real success at smaller levels, right? It's not just the power four. These are guys that end up getting plucked and go to the next level. You can still be a burner and still have that great speed and route running and develop. And this guy has, and he is one of the best players on he actually is the best player on this team. And he is option number 1 for this squad.
Looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 28. Making the adjustment. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Comes down, it's Stone. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Play action on first down. Still looking to his right. And he just chucks it into the 4th row. And whistles as we stop play. A man down, they'll check on him. 2nd and long here. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again.
Well, you see the defense make a big play there in the RPO, and they're doing it because they're starting to load the box. If you're the play caller offensively, you might want to think about having your quarterback keep the ball and then try to throw it downfield.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Working the ground game. Got enough for the first down. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. Navy is clicking on all cylinders right now. Drops back on 1st down. On the move. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Looking for running room. Knocked down immediately.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
He's changing the play. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Just barely got rid of it.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Moves to his right. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond. And the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop it.
He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Couldn't find any room at all, and he'll lose 7 on the play.
Now listen, the defense won that play. As an offense here, the key, David, you can't go back-to-back negative plays. You got to be smart with the football here. Looks like you're going to have to throw it. You just can't force it. You got to make sure you're playing with that clock in your head. You can't take a sack.
And I think this is a situation where I spread you out. I get more speed on the field. I make the defense declare. I see what they're in, but I'm definitely throwing the football.
Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. And it's right down the boulevard. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And on this opening drive, the D gave up some yards, but that's okay. They buckled down when they needed to. They forced the field goal, keeping the home crowd still engaged, still excited, and now they get the football.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Owls offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. Split backs here. Motion from the wideout. Pulls it, looking for a crease. Keeps it on the ground. This is the kind of run that falls in the category of sanctioned violence as he's up to the 31. The Owls with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. Coleman's got it. And he earns a 1st down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. On the option. Sees a crease. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. We've reached the break, and Navy holds the lead. And we've reached the end of 1. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. They'll run him again. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a 1st down.
You think about when you hit those guys on the move, man, he's already flying so fast, and I got to adjust my angle as a DB and make sure I keep outside contained, and it's a really easy play to run to get positive yards, especially in a situation like that when you're looking for the 1st down. You run that play, you get it. Nice, easy breezy.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Some misdirection with the counter.
Well, the offense is trying to go counter, but the defense blows it up, and they do it by getting penetration up the middle, setting up the tackle for loss.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Wide receiver going in motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. Burrowing for yardage. Turning it on. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
And these 3rd downs obviously are so crucial, and that's why you call them the money down. But just to get the drive started, man, you get the 3rd down, you get a little bit nervous. Nice job executing, running the football, moving the sticks, and now keeping this drive moving.
Right side, it's Cruz. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
They send the tight end in motion. Could be an alley. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down. The brigade celebrating another first down, and that's really the way Navy's always done it. You can even think back to the great Napoleon McCallum, who ran through defenses at will.
Simple, but so disciplined, right? Like running the option year after year, you got to have discipline. Not surprising, Navy is always good at it because so many young men with such discipline, they can run a system and really just continue to methodically move the ball down the field.
This time they'll go to the running game. Gets it inside the 30, down to the 27, a pickup of 6. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Kept the last one on the ground. Now they'll throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They could tie the game here with a field goal, but instead looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. Drag to the ground, but not before. He's converted the 4th down to keep the drive going.
I'm not a huge analytics guy, but on 4th and 1, if you're going to get pushed like that from your O-line, I say go for it every time.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Breaks the tackle. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the first down. Navy will have it with a 1st and goal. It's reverse. That did not fool anybody. The defense right there to knock him down for the big loss. Have to put that first down behind them. It's 2nd and goal from the 11. This time they'll throw it. Rolls right. Looking for the score. Touchdown, midshipman. Makes the grab right along the back of the end zone. There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy, time and time again, trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Got a little space. Pass to 6. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. Rice rushes to the line.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Extending the play. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the third down.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
From the gun on third down. Looking down the middle. It's complete. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Between the hashes, it's Clark. And he's tackled, brought down at the 19. They're into the red zone with another first down. Double time, hustling to the line. They spike it to stop the clock. They'll need a bunch on second down. Looking downfield very late in the half. Keeping his eyes downfield. Oh, he's got some space. Slides past the sticks, and he converts on second and long. Great awareness on the scramble. Out of the gun, looking to throw. And he'll sail it way too far for everybody.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's first and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away. Live to fight another down.
Touchdown, Owls! Right on the money, and he makes the grab in the end zone.
It took them some time, but finally here at the end of the first half, they were finally able to get it right and score a touchdown. You know, I think oftentimes as an offensive coordinator, you've scripted your first 10 plays, things aren't working. You're looking for formations, you're looking for schemes you can run to finally break through, and that last drive might be what this offense needs to finally turn the corner. We'll see in the second half.
Looking, oh, what vision. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Navy! That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you've got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
One of the biggest days of the college football season, and we've got you covered here from the EA Sports Studios in Orlando. And we start with the NC State Wolfpack, taking on the number 7 team, the Duke Blue Devils.
Navy will kick it deep to get the second half underway. On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Things might change from a weather standpoint here in the second half. More on that. Here's Holly Rowe.
Hey guys, I do have some news to report to start this second half. As you know, we had a little bit of light rain in that first half, but it did not seem to affect play. But now it is really coming down. I will keep you posted on how the players and coaches adjust to this heavy rain. Back to you guys.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle. You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
Trying the left side. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
And listen, they didn't get the huge play off of that, but I love the ability to show that and be able to show plays off of that jet motion and just show them you're willing to complete it. But, you know, get those little chunks at a time. It doesn't have to always be a home run. That's still a successful play.
Finds his big tight end. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
And the Owls with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to go up top on second down. Fires to the big fella. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together. Putting a drive like this together now. Let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
Moves it forward just a bit, a pickup of 1 to the 35. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Trying to get the corner. Pulls it on the option. He'll toss it. There he goes. He's wrestled to the ground. They ran the option beautifully, and they pick up the first down. The Owls back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Looking for the edge. He'll do it himself. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Gets it inside the 25, down to the 22-yard line with a pickup of 4. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Here comes the heat. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. So they'll send out the field goal unit. Doesn't have a straight-on shot here. He'll kick it from the left hash and 39 yards out. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. They're back to within a touchdown. 17-10 is the score.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He only needs a sliver of daylight. This guy is so dangerous. The excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. Motion from the wide receiver. Off play action on first down. Flush to the left. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket, He obviously was, so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Lived to fight another down.
Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They believe they can run right here. Breaks into the open. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative, and that's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Now on 2nd and goal. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, midshipman.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
And he made the extra point without problem. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Rice makes his way onto the field to get things going on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Fresh set of downs going up top. Complete left side, Coleman. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. You want to talk about building a drive around a guy. First on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
And you get so much bang for your buck because you can split him out wide. You can fake it to him and then throw it. This is the guy that really stretches the field and makes you decide how you want to defend him. A linebacker, a safety, whatever it is, it's usually not good enough when he's receiving the ball in the backfield.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On the move, it's Coleman. And brought down, looks as if that's how we'll end the third. Both of these teams still on the outside looking in at the top 25, but here are the rankings as we are winding our way toward the end of the season. So the final period starts with a second down play. Keeps it on the option. But nowhere to go. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Really nice job by the defense playing responsibility football, making sure the quarterback couldn't make any of his reads, making sure the picture is not clear, getting downhill, getting the quarterback on the ground.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Setting up the screen. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Big part of the offensive game plan is yards after the catch, but none available there.
I like the idea on offense of trying to spit the ball outside quickly and see if your guy can make something happen in space, but give the defense credit. They rallied to the ball, got him on the ground.
Snapped on 4th down. He tries to take the top off. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. The decision to go for it does not pan out. They think there's room to run to the right here. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Left side is Stone. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. 3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And that 3rd down pass left a vapor trail, but it's incomplete.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked...
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Got to make the play on 4th. Stepping to the right. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they went for it, but when you're up by a couple scores, I think you're just kind of free and like, hey, let's keep scoring points. Let's keep the offense out there. Let's keep the accelerator on, and I guess, hey, who cares? We're not going to lose anyways.
Caught behind the line. It's Fall. He'll be dropped. Rice rushes to the line. Back to pass on 2nd down. He'll heave it deep. Grabs it inside the 15. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. They want to throw it. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. And after that 1st down gasher, they're close to the end zone. 2nd and goal coming. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Owls! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
What a fantastic route that time. If you're going to be able to throw the ball down in this area of the field where the windows close so quickly, you have got to be precise with the route running, and that's what happened right there. That's an easy connection between the QB and his target for the score.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Navy will go back on the attack. That last score the defense allowed made it a 1-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21. The defense uses a timeout. That's their 1st. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. He's past the marker. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. They'll ride the hot hand. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
Big 3rd down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on 3rd down.
So they were getting up against the play clock, and they don't want the penalty. They'll take the timeout here. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Third and short now. They snap it from their own 46. They'll run it. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
That's a big stop for the defense. That running back has had so much success. You're down in the football game. You need to get the ball back to your offense. You create a play like this. This will get the fires going, get the juices going. Now we got to go get a few more.
They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on fourth down. Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. Navy will have to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. The Owl offense is out there to get this drive underway. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Fresh center downs going to the air. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Rush right in his face. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down.
Late in the game, fourth quarter, who's going to step up? Just a few seconds ago, it was the offense.
And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And every defensive coordinator in the country will tell you, you want to get him to third and long. Obvious passing situations. Because they won second down and they got that big sack, they put them in the predictable third down. They win and probably force the punt here.
He's taking a deep shot. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters. And this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment that continues to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like, dang, we strung a couple wins together.
That's going to do it for us here. For David